What if Kurt Angle retired in AEW? In this video, I'm going to be rebooking Kurt Angle's retirement match with the real-life career of Bryan Danielson slowing down and him seemingly being in the last year of his career, and with our Universe Mode coming up on our Wrestle Dream pay-per-view, I figured now would be a good time to do one of the last true dream matches in professional wrestling. As many of you know, Kurt Angle's retirement match was at WrestleMania 35, and now that we live in a wrestling world where we aren't forced to listen to this guy anymore, I'm going to rebook Kurt Angle's retirement match and put him against Danielson at the Wrestle Dream pay-per-view. But that's not the only match we've got for Kurt Angle, as AEW has a roster full of superstars who I'm sure could put on some bangers with Kurt Angle. Our first show on our road to our Wrestle Dream pay-per-view, Dynamite Grand Slam. We've got a banger card lined up, as well as every week on our road to our Wrestle Dream pay-per-view, we will feature one or more dream matches on the card per show to get us in the mood before we hit Wrestle Dream. But first up, on Dynamite Grand Slam, opening match, Orange Cassidy takes on Alex Shelley for the Continental Championship. Tag team title match, the Corporate Elite take on the Mogul Embassy, Ricky Starks and Swerve Strickland. We've got us an old-fashioned Cowboy duel as James Storm comes in to challenge Hangman Adam Page for his first world title defense. And in the main event, Kurt Angle makes his AEW debut and takes on Kenny Omega. All right, and here we go for the Continental Championship. This will be Alex Shelley's first defense, and it's against Orange Cassidy. Alex Shelley starting out with some kicks. Orange is able to catch him. Alex Shelley's really set the tone so far for this Continental Championship after suffering through the grueling Continental Classic. Alex Shelley with a standing shooting star press. Now Alex Shelley makes his way to the top turnbuckle. Jumps off the top, diving foot stomp, misses its target. Orange Cassidy's able to stun him. Irish whip to the turnbuckle. And now Orange Cassidy with a hard punch, taking his opponent's head and ramming it off the turnbuckle. Alex Shelley kicks out at one. Those attacks look like they had little impact. Orange Cassidy now working the leg of Alex Shelley. Series of successful stomps to the knee. Alex Shelley's forced to roll out of the ring. Cassidy's coming around after him. Catches him in a hip toss. Follows up with a Frankensteiner on the floor. Alex Shelley able to reverse. Deadlift German suplex, just tossing Cassidy. Alex Shelley reverses the punch, goes under. Neck breaker. Orange Cassidy able to slide into the ring. Both competitors in the ring in a 7 count. Orange Cassidy gets ahead with a takedown. Hey, yo. Orange Cassidy drop toe hold, working again on the knee of Alex Shelley. Alex Shelley moves in. Hard clothesline. Follows it up with another one. Orange Cassidy tries to get out, but he can't. Orange Cassidy now runs in, looking for the stun dog. He hits it. Stun dog millionaire into the cover. Alex Shelley out at 2.9. Orange Cassidy caught his opponent lacking there. Almost won the Continental Championship. And he's going to follow up. Orange punch. Alex Shelley might be out. And he's able to kick out again. Alex Shelley goes behind, looks for that suplex again. Cassidy makes his way out with a back elbow. Shelley goes back in, swinging face buster. That could be it. And the swinging flatliner gets it. Alex Shelley retains the Continental Championship in the opening match of Dynamite Grand Slam. We're underway for the tag team titles. Matt Jackson, Spanish fly off the bat. Or Matt Jackson gets hung up in a tree of woe. Now Starks and Nick Jackson go after each other. Ricky Starks gets stunned on the ropes. Hard elbow to the kidneys. Ricky Starks grabs Matt Jackson, belly to belly. Nick Jackson right there to save him, though, with the Northern Lights. Nick Jackson and Ricky Starks rolls out of the ring. Matt Jackson, Irish whip reversal. Ricky Starks gets put back in the ring. Gets hit with an atomic drop. Nick Jackson on the outside going after Swerve. Backstabber. Vertical suplex in the ring. Ricky Starks goes under. Traps the arm. I don't know what that move is called, but he hit it, though. Matt Jackson scoop slam on the floor. And now Starks working the arm of Matt Jackson. Starks lifts up Matt Jackson. High backdrop on the shoulders. Swerve's in trouble out here on the floor. Gets caught in a backbreaker. And Nick Jackson rolling back in the ring to help his partner, who hits a backstabber. The numbers are against Ricky Starks right now. Super kick to Ricky Starks. Nick Jackson going to go in. He thinks that's it. Ricky gets the ropes. Swerve now coming in the ring to help his partner. Lifts up Nick Jackson. Snap vertical suplex. Now the Mogul Embassy taking control of this match. Swerve, Irish whip. Matt Jackson goes under. Goes over. Goes under again. Suplex. He's going to go for the pin off that. And Matt Jackson saves the titles. Now Matt Jackson plays possum and gets Swerve outside the ring. Ricky Starks, German suplex on Nick Jackson. Matt Jackson coming to help his partner. Gets backdropped on the floor. Now Swerve coming back out to help Ricky Starks. Swerve with a cross arm breaker on Nick Jackson. The Mogul Embassy in control of this tag team match. Nick Jackson, though, reverses Swerve. Nick Jackson comes around. Ricky Starks is taunting, doesn't realize. Poison Rana on the floor. These competitors have spent a lot of time outside the ring. There are no countouts in this match, but it can't be won out here. Matt Jackson lifting up Swerve. Spike pile driver on the floor. Now both the Bucks go in the ring after Ricky Starks. Swerve's dead on the outside. Ricky's helpless. Super kick to the back of the head. Starks able to float over, though. Backstabber on Matt Jackson. Nick Jackson there, able there to save his partner. Swerve back up, looks for a spinning elbow. Gets put back in the ring. Ricky Starks getting choked out on the top rope. Swerve and Nick Jackson moved back out to the outside. Lifts up Swerve, vertical suplex. Standing moonsault by Matt Jackson. Matt Jackson picks up Ricky Starks. Hard elbow stuns him on the ropes. Tosses him to the outside. Matt Jackson doesn't look like he's done yet, though. Kick to the low area. Ricky Starks trying to fight his way out of this apron powerbomb. What's he looking for? Moonsault off the top. Hits Ricky Starks. Swerve is not aware. The Corporate Elite almost in this match. Ricky Starks able to kick out. He's having to crawl to the ropes to pick himself up. Matt Jackson moves in. Starks gets the feet up. Starks lifts up Matt Jackson. Inverted power slam. Goes in for the cover. Nick Jackson's nowhere to be sent. Matt Jackson kicks out at 2. Starks now goes up to the Nick Jackson goes up to the top rope. 450 splash. Hits Swerve. This could be the end. Ricky Starks there able to save his partner. Ricky Starks again. Could he be looking for it? That inverted power slam. He does. He hits it. Matt Jackson back in the ring. Saves his partner for the referee. Could even start the count. Super kick knocks out Ricky Starks. Nick Jackson goes in for the cover on Swerve. And he gets it. The Corporate Elite will retain the tag team titles. AEW title on the line. Good old-fashioned cowboy duel here. It would be cool if there was a setting in this game where I could make it so they had to take like 3 paces away from each other to start the match and a tumbleweed rolls by. Hangman and James Storm move to the outside. Standing shooting star by the Hangman. I just noticed that Hangman has fucking spurs on his boots. Is that not cheating? Like, As soon as the match, if that were me, as soon as the match started, I would just kick somebody with the spurs. Are you kidding me? Now James Storm lifts up the Hangman. Fisherman neckbreaker on the outside. And both competitors respecting the other here. Letting each other get back in the ring to break the count. Moves into the cover on James Storm. And James Storm out at 1. Moves in, super kick to the back of Hangman. Looks like he might not have got all of it as Hangman's still on his feet. They move to the outside, brainbuster on the floor. Now James Storm reverses, lifts up the Hangman. Looking for a powerbomb on the guardrail. The world champion's in trouble. James Storm on the apron, takes time to show off. Hangman right on him though. Gonna drop him with a back suplex. Right on the LED board. Hangman gets back in the ring, but James Storm's right back to his feet. Fisherman neckbreaker again. Goes into the cover. Is he the better Cowboy? Ooh. Hangman heard that. Kicks out at 1. Now Hangman springboard. Looks for that forearm again, but he misses. James Storm there for it. Knee to the gut. Ooh, knee to the face. Busts Hangman open. James Storm right into the cover. Hangman saves his title at 2. Hangman's in trouble here. Gets hit with the last call super kick. James Storm falls into the cover. And Hangman saves his title again. James Storm feeling it here. The AEW World Championship's in his grasp. He can smell it. Hangman fighting his way out. Comes back in. Hard clothesline from the Hangman. Hangman goes to the outside. Could we see it? Buckshot lariat. Hangman to retain his title. And he does. Buckshot lariat. And we are underway. The match we've all been waiting for. Kurt Angle and Kenny Omega lock up center of the ring. The crowd is at a fever pitch already. And Kurt Angle starts by tossing Kenny Omega to the outside. And now Kenny Omega running Death Valley Driver. Kurt Angle said he didn't come on no bullshit. Kenny Omega followed it up. Kurt Angle now Irish whip on Omega. Hard kitchen sink off the rope. And Kurt Angle taking time to show off. Kurt Angle goes behind. German suplex. Uh-oh, he keeps those arms locked. Kenny's in trouble. A third German suplex. He's on true Perk Angle time right now. But Kenny, Irish whip, goes under, follows up, drop kick to the knee, deadlifts Kurt Angle up, spinning powerbomb. Kenny reverses the strike, goes in for his own, but Kurt reverses. Kurt traps the leg, suplex on Omega. Omega's forced to retreat. Kurt Angle follows up. Over the top goes Kurt Angle. Kenny Omega back on the offensive, lifts Kurt Angle up. Neckbreaker on the outside. Lifts up Kurt Angle again. Fisherman suplex. Referee up to a 7 count. Kenny Omega's going to put Angle back in the ring. Kurt Angle's there to Irish whip him in the corner. Lifts him up to the top rope. Kurt Angle looks like he's going to make room for himself up to the top. What's he looking for? No way. Avalanche Angle slam. Kurt lifts him back up. He says that's not enough. Picks the leg. Ankle lock center of the ring on Kenny Omega. And Kenny rolls through. Able to escape the ankle lock. Kenny drop kicks the knee and goes under the cover. Angle out at 1. Kenny now goes to the top. Angle on the outside. Kenny jumps off, diving missile drop kick to the floor. I don't think anyone expected Kurt Angle to come out this hot this match. Angle fighting his way back to his feet, but Kenny's there to meet him. Ooh, Kurt reverses German suplex. Angle up on the shoulders. That running fireman's carry again. Signaling the end. V-trigger to Kurt Angle. He's not done, though. Lifting Kurt Angle up in a deadlift. Suplex. Lifts Kurt Angle up again. Fisherman buster. Lifts Kurt Angle up on his shoulders. Looking for the one-winged angel, and he hits it. This episode of Dynamite opens up with a trios tables match where the Dudleys, yes, including Spike Dudley, will take on the Blackpool Combat Club. Former champion Malachi Black takes on Roderick Strong. Konosuke Takeshita takes on Wardlow in the semi-main. And in the main event, Kurt Angle comes back to take on the world champion Hangman Adam Page. Bro, whoever made this Bubba Ray Dudley, bro, you did this, man, so wrong. Danielson with showing the strength. Spin out powerbomb on Bubba Ray Dudley. Step up enziguri by Eddie Kingston. Danielson already out of the ring and after a table. Jon Moxley gets powerbombed on the legs of the closed table. And now Spike Dudley, leg trap facebuster on Danielson. Bubba Ray now picks up the table that Danielson put in the ring. Didn't want it, throws it to the side, goes for the stairs instead. Interesting move. Danielson goes in for Devon, but he moves out of the way. Hard shoulder tackle by Devon. Eddie Kingston there to meet him, though. Kingston gets Irish whipped off the ropes. Spike goes under. Ooh, tries the drop kick. Kingston blocks. Spike right back on the offensive, though. And Spike throws Eddie Kingston out of the ring. Spike goes to the bottom turnbuckle. Tornado DDT. And Devon tossing Mox up the ramp. Going to try to separate Mox from the rest of the team. Hard Uranagi on the stage. Ooh, Danielson floats over and breaks the table. Doesn't count as an elim, though. Danielson is still in this match. And Bully Ray picks up another table. Getting frustrated that he can't eliminate Danielson. A quick recap of this week's Dynamite. Our opening match was a trios tables match. Blackpool Combat Club versus Team 3D, with Team 3D picking up the win. Former champion Malachi Black looks to get back in the race for the AEW World Championship as he picks up a win over Roddy Strong. Wardlow picks up a win over Takeshita. And Kurt Angle defeats the AEW World Champion Hangman Adam Page in the main event. Week 3 of AEW Dynamite on our way to the Wrestle Dream pay-per-view. We've got a very interesting show tonight. We have another Kurt Angle dream match. This time he teams with his former rival Samoa Joe. A lot of you have noticed that there's been a lot of TNA in this universe mode, and that's because I grew up in that TNA era. TNA was my shit growing up. So I'm nostalgic for all those dudes on that roster. That's why I didn't plan for Alex Shelley to be the Continental Champion. Like, I I let all these matches play out. It just kind of happened that way. Our next match sees Ricky Starks take on Rey Fenix, Jay White versus Wardlow, and in our main event, Black Taurus, Hangman Adam Page, James Storm, and Bandito take on the House of Black, Buddy Matthews, Malachi Black, Brody King, and a partner of their choosing. The Blackpool Combat Club, Danielson, and Moxley beat the team of Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle. Of course, we know Danielson and Kurt Angle will be facing at the Wrestle Dream pay-per-view. So Kurt Angle is going to be looking to get his win back from Bryan Danielson. Rey Fenix gets a win over Ricky Starks. Wardlow continues his win streak with a huge win over Jay White. All right, and let's see who the House of Black has chosen as their partner. Who could it be? And as you see, the House of Black chose James Storm's old partner, TNA legend, the other half of Beer Money, Bobby Roode, and they were able to pick up the win over the Cowboy bullshit team. And here we are on the go home episode of Dynamite before Wrestle Dream, and you can see already the TNA blood runs deep as our opening match. Beer Money reunites on Dynamite to take on the Motor City Machine Guns. Bryan Danielson takes on Roderick Strong before his match with Kurt Angle. Jamie Hayter takes on Trinity. And in the main event, if you remember back all the way back at All In, Kenta and Darby Allin had a broken glass match. A match so brutal that Darby Allin was sidelined for a couple weeks. Darby Allin looks to get revenge on Kenta. And he'll do so by challenging him to a beat-the-clock cage match. Each competitor has 10 minutes. Whoever escapes the cage first wins. And here we go. Beat-the-clock cage match. Darby Allin versus Kenta. Darby Allin up on the shoulders. Kenta looking for the GTS already. Darby fights out. And now Darby Allin DDT. And Darby's already going to the top here. Darby tries to run up the cage and escape early, but Kenta's there to get him. Kenta rams Darby's face off the cage. And now Darby gets Kenta's face off the cage. Both men fighting. Darby falls off. Right back to his feet, though. And now Kenta falls off. Kenta Irish whip Darby to the turnbuckle. Goes to follow up haluva kick. Darby able to escape it. Incredible agility, but Kenta puts him right back in the turnbuckle. And now Kenta goes to the second rope. Tornado DDT. Now Kenta headed to the top of the cage. Kenta blocks the forearm by Darby. Hard palm strike. Stuns Darby Allin. Irish whip to the turnbuckle. Misses that kick again. Darby Allin again misses the forearm. Up on the shoulders of Kenta. Able to fight his way out. Darby Allin hits that forearm strike, knocking Kenta off his feet. Both competitors now fighting on top of the cage. Kenta teeters and almost falls off. And he throws Darby off the cage. Kenta trying to escape. He's hanging off the ledge. Darby's back on his feet, but he is stunned. Kenta gets out of the cage and wins the match. Darby does not get his revenge on Kenta. And we have arrived. Here we are, our Wrestle Dream pay-per-view. We've come a long way. We've had a lot of dream matches, but we'll kick off the night. Alex Shelley will defend the Continental Championship in a Cruiserweight Open. Any cruiserweight throughout wrestling history is welcome to join, but we will not figure out who is in the match until we get there. I know it says 1v1, but let's just pretend that says gauntlet match. After betraying his friend Kenny Omega to get an international title match and then winning it, Kota Ibushi will now defend his championship against his former friend in a no disqualification match. Continue to run roughshod over AEW, as you can see by the previous match with Kota Ibushi turning on his friend for a title match. Darby Allin now requests the help of his friend Sting to help him defeat the Corporate Elite. The main reason why most of us are here, Bryan Danielson versus Perk Angle, a dream match for the ages, and one we should have got a long time ago. And in the main event, Malachi Black gets his rematch against Hangman Adam Page. And the Cruiserweight Open is underway. As you can see, we've got some stars in this one. Sabin now going out of the ring, already going for the ladder. Sabin setting up the ladder. Sabin's going right for the title. Now Rey Fenix, code red. Amazing Red gets sent out by El Generico. El Generico with a DDT on Amazing Red. Chris Sabin lifts up Alex Shelley. Vertical suplex on the ladder. Alex Shelley now gets Chris Sabin. Sliced bread. I believe Sabin hits the corner of the ladder. Generico setting up a ladder bridge on the announce table. Alex Shelley now heads to the top rope. Sabin down in the ring. Alex Shelley beat Chris Sabin in the first round of the Continental Classic. Liger comes in the ring. Hits a back ape. Now Liger coming in the ring and gets some offense. Chris Sabin and Jushin Thunder Liger double neck breaker on Alex Shelley. And then Sabin turns around and hits a neck breaker on Jushin Liger. Generico goes into the barricade. Sabin goes into the barricade. Jushin Liger running sit-out powerbomb on Amazing Red. Liger with another sit-out powerbomb on Amazing Red. Red rolls out of the ring. And Jushin Thunder Liger is all alone in the ring, but he doesn't have a ladder. He goes over the top. Camera cuts away. I don't know if he hit that or not. Yeah, I guess he did. Generico sets up a ladder, but Rey Fenix runs up it before he can get it even set up. Yanking at the title. Generico follows him up. Generico lifts him up. No way. Air raid crash. The camera cuts away again. Generico hits an air raid crash off the top. Generico falls off the ladder. Rebound Spanish fly. Amazing Red sets the ladder up in the corner. I believe whoever will get up to the title next will probably win. There's only 2 ticks left on the championship. Rey Fenix heads to the top of the ladder, trying to stop Rey Fenix. He almost had the Continental Championship. Generico lands on his own ladder bridge. Shelley goes to the top. Senton through the ladder. Amazing Red just fell out of the sky. Sabin heads to the top of the ladder. There's only 1 tick left on the championship. Shelley heads in the ring, but Chris Sabin takes the championship from Alex Shelley. You cannot plan it any better. And here we go. The battle of the best friends, Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi. Kota Ibushi starts off with some hard kicks. Gets Omega up on his shoulders. Hot shot off the ropes. Omega kicks him back, though. And now Omega backstrike, driving the air out of Ibushi. Ibushi moves in, running Hurricane Rana, and then a standing moonsault. Kota Ibushi now heads to the top turnbuckle, waiting for Omega to get to his feet. Omega again quick to his feet. Ibushi right back with a drop kick. Kota rolls out of the chop, lifts Kenny up. Gonna trap the head for the Steenalizer, and only a 2 count. Imagine seeing Kota Ibushi use the Steenalizer after we just saw... Ooh, Kota Ibushi misses after we just saw El Generico in the Cruiserweight Open. And now Kenny, suplex on the floor. Reverse Rana by Ibushi. Ibushi now, ooh, just a hard punch to the face of Omega. And now hooks both of Omega's arms. Omega working himself free. Omega V-trigger. Poison Rana. The champ is in trouble right now. Omega gets Ibushi up on his shoulders. Gonna lawn dart him right into the turnbuckle. Kota Ibushi goes head first into the steel post. And Kenny Omega is not done. Ibushi with a back elbow, though. Gonna send Omega into the barricade. And now he puts Omega on the barricade. Running knee strike to the side of Kenny Omega's head. Ibushi lifts up Omega again. Sit out. Michinoku driver on the floor. I guess every Michinoku driver is a sit out, right? Ibushi moving this back to the ring. This is no disqualification, so he's not trying to beat any count. Omega's fighting his way out. Kenny Omega hard punch stuns Ibushi. V-trigger. Glancing blow. Rolling elbow, though. Takes Ibushi down. And Kenny deadlift picks him up. Sit out powerbomb. Kenny go into the cover off that powerbomb. Ibushi out before a 1 count. Ibushi rolls out of the ring. Kenny goes up to the top. Double axe handle off the ropes. Ibushi right back to his feet. Kenny right back on the offensive. Gets him up. One-winged angel. And he does. Kenny Omega beats Kota Ibushi for the international title. And we are underway for the tag team titles. Darby now, Hurricane Rana on Matt Jackson. DDT on Sting by Nick Jackson. Nick Jackson in to break up the cover. Sting misses a chop block. Irish whip, rebound, back elbow. Sting up for a vertical suplex. Darby, Irish whip, rebound, back elbow. Matt Jackson throws Sting back in the ring. Darby tries to follow up with a Shining Wizard, but misses, gets caught in a DDT. Drop kick to Sting. Ooh, Matt Jackson out at 1. Darby with a drop kick that misses. Nick Jackson trying to put Sting to sleep. Sting is going to get out and put Nick Jackson in the turnbuckle. Hard chops from the Stinger. Drop kick from Matt Jackson. Moves in and spears Sting. The Corporate Elite in control of this match. Sting gets up, running clothesline. Matt Jackson kips up. Wheelbarrow facebuster. Sting's forced to roll out of the ring. Matt Jackson sizing him up though. Tope over the top. And Matt Jackson reverse poison Rana on the floor. Nick Jackson hooks Darby Allin. Suplex on the floor. Sting right here to try to save his partner. But Matt Jackson puts him in the ring. Now Darby's left with both members of the Corporate Elite outside. Matt Jackson vertical suplex to Darby Allin on the floor. And then a drop kick against Darby Allin's face against the steps. Looks like he might have missed. Sting coming back outside to save his partner. Matt Jackson throws Darby Allin into the barricade. Gets on Sting. Poison Rana on the floor. Matt Jackson. Scorpion death drop on Sting on the outside. Darby Allin dives but misses. Darby Allin step up head scissor takeover. Sting gets thrown into the barricade. Darby's going to put Matt Jackson back in the ring and go over to help his partner. Backdrops Matt Jackson on the floor. And now Sting lifts Matt Jackson up. Atomic drop. DDT on Darby Allin. Sting and Nick Jackson fighting in the corner near the announce table. Darby Allin fighting his way back to his feet. Going to throw Matt Jackson back in the ring. Try to go over and help his partner. Darby lifts Nick Jackson up. Vertical suplex. But Darby gets caught now. Vertical suplex against the barricade wall. Sting goes up. Slam on the floor. Darby goes up with a slam on the floor. Sting trying to fight his way back to his feet. Going to throw Nick Jackson into the barricade. Darby Allin's right behind him to give him some help. Sting goes off the steps. Nick Jackson goes off the barricade. Darby coming to help his partner once more. I don't know if I've explained why I don't do normal tag matches in this universe, and it's because normal tag matches are so glitched in this game. It never works right, and they take forever. Sting is choking out Nick Jackson. Matt Jackson running over to help his partner who's getting choked out. You can't hit somebody who's laying on the floor with a punch. You got to throw a kick, buddy. Darby Allin runs in, takes out Matt Jackson. Darby running over to Nick Jackson. Going to get caught. Ooh, but Sting comes and breaks it up. Nick Jackson and Sting in the ring. Sting going to Irish whip. Put him in the corner. Stinger splash. That's Nick Jackson. Or Matt Jackson. Darby Allin gets slammed on the floor. Nick Jackson making his way to his feet. That's Matt Jackson. I keep getting him mixed up, just like I said. Sting clotheslines Matt Jackson over the ropes. Comes out for Nick Jackson flying clothesline. Darby Allin in the ring with both members of the Corporate Elite. Standing moonsault from Nick Jackson. This has been a very grueling match. Nick Jackson heads to the top. Oh, senton misses. Tope by Matt Jackson goes nowhere. Sting steps out of the way. Nick Jackson goes to the top, though. 450 splash hits. He goes for the cover on Darby Allin. Sting might be too far away, but Darby saves their chances. Nick Jackson goes to the top again. Darby Allin goes in for the tag team titles. Nick Jackson saves the titles for the Corporate Elite. Darby Allin going to go to the top again, looking for another coffin drop. He's going to miss. Just like Nick Jackson tried to go for 2 450s and misses. Darby tries to go for 2 coffin drops and misses. Sting finally back in. Gets caught with a wheelbarrow facebuster. Sting gets caught with a super kick to the back of the head. Drop kick by Darby. Matt Jackson and Darby floats over neckbreaker. Darby has one member of the Corporate Elite to take out now. Stands him up. Vertical suplex. Hard back elbow by Nick Jackson. Stuns Darby Allin against the ropes. And now Sting from behind. Stinger. Death drop. Turns around. Crossbody on Nick. Sting now waiting for Matt Jackson to get to his feet. Nick has to roll to the outside. He's stunned. Could we see it? Scorpion death drop number 2. Goes in for the cover. For the titles, Sting wins the tag team titles. Stealing them from the Corporate Elite. And he'll start off by snake eyes on Bryan Danielson off the top turnbuckle. Pulling him out, sit out alley-oop bomb. You can see Perk Angle did not come to play. He came out in the Black Forces. And Bryan Danielson, hard elbow to the face. Irish whip, rebound. Kurt Angle rolls under. Now Kurt Angle gets Danielson. Just tosses him. Danielson elbow to the stomach. Gonna work his way back to his feet. Irish whip reversal, neck breaker. Angle rolls out, but Danielson follows him. You take the leg out from Kurt Angle. You take all those suplexes away. He has no base to work from. Danielson going to come back in the ring at a 5 count. Kurt Angle clotheslines him right back out. And both competitors taking some time to show off now. Kurt not going to follow him to the outside. Going to wait for him to come back in the ring. Danielson going to Irish whip him to the turnbuckle. Follow up. He misses. And now heads up to the middle rope. Over blockbuster by Kurt Angle. Danielson rolls out and gets right back in. Gets caught in an Irish whip. Other side of the ring this time. Kurt going to put him on the top. Got to make room for himself. Could this be that avalanche angle slam we saw it against Kenny? It is. And he hits it. Avalanche angle slam on Bryan Danielson into the cover. And Danielson out at a 2.5. Kurt going to stay on the offensive by picking Danielson back up. He wants that ankle lock. Danielson, European uppercut. Springboard cutter by Danielson. And now Danielson with a stomp is going to try to slow this down. Off the ropes. Diving knee to the face. Kurt's going to roll to the outside. Danielson's waiting for him. Danielson running spear knocks Kurt to the outside. Danielson right back on the attack. Not giving him any space. And now just kicking him in the open wound. Danielson's showing no remorse here in this dream match. And he puts Kurt Angle back in the ring. We haven't seen a lot of moves from Danielson. It's been a lot of vicious striking. But he heads up to the top. Diving elbow. Kurt rolls away. And he goes under. Picks the leg. Ooh. It was just a takedown. Thought he was going for the ankle lock. Brutal powerbomb and just talking shit to him as well. Danielson right back to his feet. Kurt gets him in the corner again, though. Shoulder thrust. Comes back into an overhead belly to belly. Danielson again to his feet with a Pele kick. Grabs Danielson by the face. Reverse European uppercut. Ooh, hard clothesline from Kurt Angle. Danielson's forced to retreat to the outside. Kurt with a hard elbow to Danielson. Stuns him. Another one, but Danielson reverses. Comes back in the ring. Irish whip. Gets caught. Power slam. Angle into the cover. Danielson out at 1. After all this punishment in this match, Danielson is out at 1. Gets his leg picked. Ankle lock by Kurt Angle. He doesn't, showing his submission prowess to roll through the ankle lock. Kurt right back on the offensive, though. Vertical suplex. Kurt Angle now up to the second rope. Taking his time as Danielson gets to his feet. Blockbuster by Kurt again. And he lifts Danielson back to his feet. Danielson gets back to his feet. Kurt picks the leg. Ankle lock's locked in. Kurt wrenching on the ankle. He could snap it at any moment. And Danielson rolls through again, saving this matchup. You got to think, ooh, another Pele kick. You got to think a lot of damage has been done to that leg. He goes into the cover. Kurt grabs the ropes at 1. That's twice that Danielson's used the Pele kick. Very unusual move from Bryan Danielson. Moves in. Enziguri into the turnbuckle. Kurt Angle is stunned. Danielson into the cover. Danielson, he could be looking for that Busaiko knee. Kurt Angle's in trouble. Running knee. He nails him into the cover. Kurt Angle out at 2. This match is insane. Danielson misses a running knee off the ropes. Angle able to get some offense. Kurt Angle now with Bryan Danielson trapped, just driving the air out of him. Now stomping him out in the corner. Gonna try that alley-oop bomb again. Into the cover. Kurt Angle beats Bryan Danielson. Sit out alley-oop bomb. Kurt Angle beats Bryan Danielson. Final match of the evening. World Heavyweight Championship. Hangman Adam Page, Malachi Black using his rematch for the title. What an incredible pay-per-view it's been. And we've got one more to go. And we are underway for the World Heavyweight title as Hangman lifts up Malachi. Malachi fighting his way out with some elbows. And lifts up Hangman again. Oh, hard kick to the face. Now Hangman with these hard strikes. Malachi fights his way out with some elbows. Goes under. Northern Lights suplex. Foot stomp follow-up. Tries a kick to the face. Gets caught with a dragon screw. Trying to roll out of the ring. Hangman goes up to the top turnbuckle. Gonna jump. Flying crossbody to the outside by Hangman. Super kick to the side of Malachi's face. And now going to lift him up. Brainbuster to the floor. The AEW champion, just as I say he's about in control, gets dragon whipped. Catches Malachi. Hard Uranagi on the outside. Follows up standing shooting star. Going to lift Malachi to his feet. Malachi quick on the reversal though. Puts him back in the ring. Gonna Irish whip him off the ropes. Ooh, he misses his first attack. Hangman stops his momentum. Malachi still catches him. Snapmare takeover off the ropes. Drop kick. Hangman's now forced to retreat. Gets right back in though. Springboard back elbow. Hangman now showing Malachi he has quick offense as well. Shooting star into the pin. Malachi out at 1. Hangman lifts up Malachi. Fall away slam by the Hangman. Talking trash to Malachi. Gets caught jumping, spinning knee. He might have knocked out Hangman as he goes to the top. Gonna wait for him to get to his feet. Meteor off the top. Malachi Black could be closing in and winning his championship back. Black mass on target. And Hangman out at 2 to save his title. And just like that, you give Malachi Black any opening. He's very accurate with those strikes. Gonna whip Hangman off the ropes. He goes under. Goes under again. German suplex. Now talking trash back to Hangman as Malachi goes for an Enziguri, misses. Lariat misses. Knee to the gut by Malachi. German suplex out of the corner. Gonna lift up Malachi. Stun him off the top rope. Malachi back to his feet. Hangman gonna help him there. Gonna twist him out. Looking for a neck breaker. No, instead he back elbows him in the back of the head. Malachi retreats to the apron. He's not necessarily safe out there. Hangman elbow again. Drop kick knocks Malachi to the floor. Hangman outside to follow up. Malachi's there to meet him though. Picks him up. Face first off the apron goes Hangman. And now going under the ring for a weapon. This is not a no DQ match. Hangman reverses. Arm trap suplex. Hangman again. Traps the arms looking for that suplex. Malachi fights out. Up on the shoulders of Hangman is Malachi. Hard neck breaker. Now Hangman picks up the chair. Gonna hit Malachi. Gets caught in a hip toss. Ooh, Black Mass. Malachi into the cover. And he wins back his title by baiting Hangman with the chair.